Welcome everybody to another episode of Deadeyes and Dead Guys. I'm Deadeye 9 and here we are on Ark Survival Ascended, the Aberration map for PS5. Today we're going to go check out just a quick little foray into the glowtail cave. See if we can find some high level ravagers to go with the ravagers we already have. Or maybe some raptors, or maybe a glowtail, or maybe two glowtails. So yeah, let's go ahead and get into it. All right. So we've gotten, what is that? 8 Z seeds. We've exchanged a fair amount of mutton. I tossed some charcoal, but I kept some charcoal. I should either toss it all or keep it all, but whatever. So we've got 14 pieces of cooked lamb chop. We've got some mutton. I kind of want to just see. Now, for this, I really should have brought that long neck and the bullets that we have, but I didn't. So, we're just going to kind of poke our head in and see. On the server, this was highly disappointing on the server. In almost every one of my Aberration playthroughs, by the way, this is much bigger than before. You can ride your creatures straight through now. You don't need to park and cryo them and get off. But every other playthrough I've done on Aberration, you come down here and you use this cave, the glowtail cave, to get your first decent tames. Because although they didn't have cave levels, things didn't have cave levels in here, they did have much higher normal levels than the rest of the map. And that meant you could come and get your like 120 plus Ravager in here fairly easily. But on the server, gone through this cave a whole lot of times and found no high level tames of note. There was a couple of wild arthropleuras that spawned that were quite nasty level, and there was a carno that spawned that was a nasty level, and first time in, there is nothing in here. I mean, honestly, this room alone is probably the source of 70% of my first good tame on each Aberration playthrough that I've done. Just because that first room, I was often able to get... Yeah, there's nothing in here. A high-level Ravager, a high-level Raptor, or a high-level Carno. And I wouldn't even have to go past the first room. And if you have cave building on, it's great. I mean, you could just put like a pillar down, or like a couple of pillars down right here to keep things from getting through, and then once you've got them attacking you, you can throw a pillar or two behind them, and then they can't turn around and get away when they start torpor running. So we'll probably give that like 20-30 minutes and come back in. give it a chance to spawn. But yeah, this time around it was just, between my tribe mate and I, both together and solo, we probably ran it more than a dozen times and got not one high-level tame. Oh wait, that's not true. We did get one. We got a 130 Carno on like the 12th or 13th run through. So, anyway, that is the glowtail cave. We'll actually look at that more in depth when we go and run it. This is the old tunnel. Not much of a tunnel anymore, but still called the old tunnel. And then the portal is right through there. And then above the portal is up there. And that could be a cool space to build too, with the storage, but the linked storage box thing. I just like, this is the goal that I have for a build spot on Aberration when it comes to like a final build spot. I want access to caves, so I want to be close to either glowtail or the water cave or the other red zone cave. I want access to crystalline metal. I want access to a view. And I want access to green, blue, and red. And most of the time, I don't want to be building in blue just because of the nameless. Like, you can set it so that you always have charge pets on, and they're rotating through as they keep turning on automatically when they hit full charge. But I just don't want to mess with that, honestly. It's more convenient to not be building in blue or red. So there is a spot in red that I don't mind building in at all. There's one spot that you can build in. It's at like an elemental lake-ish section where you can actually build unofficial, and nameless for some reason don't spawn there. And it's a straight shot down from green to that spot in red. And it's like right at the turn that goes down the path to the rock drake trench. And I built a base there, and that was fine. I liked that base just fine. I mean, you occasionally get rock drakes that walk over any walls that you have because they can just climb up the side of the cliff wall, so they'll end up in there. And then you get seekers in there occasionally too. But it was a pretty cool spot. I definitely liked it. We used it as kind of the red base and reaper chamber sort of thing. But at the end of the day, a better reaper chamber for hatching reapers is actually up here in the green zone at the end of the Fertile River, right where I was showing you, right when we came out of the blue zone and we went behind the rock that we had just been in front of. That's a great spot for a like reaper chamber where you can birth your reapers and then you just head right down the river, just XPing right down the river, because the river has a ton of XP, a ton of Carcinos, ton of Spinos, ton of little fish. Little fish actually give, well, I don't know if they will now that they're all level 1, but it was the sheer volume of them that gave you such great XP on Survival Evolved, and I'm assuming that there's going to be a similar aspect on Survival Ascended. So, all right, let's give this like 15-20 minutes, and then we'll go take a little peek back into Glowtail Cave. All right, now I only gave it about 10 minutes, and yeah, 10 minutes wasn't enough. It could very well be because I did the dino wipe. So that's disappointing, but it, it appeared that I needed to do a dino wipe after adding the no pyromane mod before all the pyromanes would be gone. So that is unfortunate. I I just don't feel like pyromanes actually fit this map very well. And don't get me wrong, I paid for it. I don't dislike the pyromane. It's a very cool creature. I think it's a little OP, but I also think that, you know, it was kind of intended to be as a paid mod. But at the end of the day, just aberration and a fire creature didn't seem like it fit too much. Like if it had been an aberrant variant where it was like more of an elemental creature than a fire creature, you know, maybe I'd say, okay, let's leave it on there. It kind of fits in a way. It has its place. But as the regular pyromane, I don't really feel like it belonged. Now, what we're gonna do is we're gonna head back to base. Kind of showed off where we're gonna eventually build, and I think that that's gonna be our spot. Either that, or I wouldn't mind building like up on top of the tracks and have like an elevator that comes down and picks us up. I also wouldn't mind building where I built on my Naked and Afraid, Naked and Abfraid series for Ark Survival Evolved. That was a fun spot, and I liked that spot. So I wouldn't mind building there either. But I think this is a cool spot that I have never built in before. Except obviously I'm building there on the server now, but I think it'll be a cool spot, and it's the first time. So hey, where are you going? Huh? What are you doing? Just chill. So what I think we're gonna do is get back to base here. Hopefully we're not too laggy along the way. Maybe we can find a Ravager. I like the new tactic that we just figured out for the Yiling. Find a lower mushroom and just hang out underneath it. So maybe we can exploit that a bit more on any Yiling that we run across. But yeah, you know what? Actually, I'll keep you guys here while we run back. Maybe that will be our episode, is we'll be running back, and I think we'll go the river route or close to the river route. All right. Are you still on me? Yeah, you guys aren't as bad now. Now that I know what to do with you. What are you doing up here, buddy? What we got here? 60, 65, 65, 55, and 75? Is that what that one was? Yeah, 75 and 10, 60. That is a mess of Ravagers. And a dung beetle. Alright, if it was 2 or 3, I'd engage. But 5? I don't think we want to engage that. I mean, technically, I want to engage that. I do. So I'm going to clear all those guys out and make room for different leveled ones. But it's not happening. Alright, what do we got going on here? We got a Yeeling. Up here we got some raptors. What raptors have we got? It's either a 30 or an 80. Alright, where did the other raptor go? Level 100. Okay, not him. He's not the one. $40 and yeah, none of you guys. There's just too many of them. We don't do enough damage fast enough. Little baby Ravager. What the heck is a crab doing up here? Not just any crab, it's a 115 crab. It's fighting a level 20 Ravager too. Whoa, the Ravager won? I want some of that. Let's see if anything spawned in since the last time we were here, because it was like nothing here, because we had just done the dynamite. Yep, there's a crab. There's another crab. There's a Sarco. Now, the other thing we need to be on a lookout for is Ankies. And at some point, dung beetles. The lighting is pretty rough in this area. Do I have some mushrooms around here? Or some sort of overhang? Nope. But I got a mess of creatures I can scrape you off on. There's another Yeeling. They are everywhere. Like, I'd like to go back and see what the Ravagers are that were fighting that Stego. But there's a couple of reasons why I'm not going to. One of them is the Yi Ling. The other is one of those Ravagers looked super duper bloody. And I don't really want to mess with Stego. We have to remember that this Ravager here is not the greatest Ravager. And it has no pack. And it's at half health already. And it's almost dead now. So let's take a moment and get some more health back here. Give it a couple more levels in melee. I don't think it's really going to help too much. So, Ravagers are a force to be reckoned with when you have 3 or more, and they're good level Ravagers. Solo Ravagers, not really something to worry about. And actually, can we use this? Nope. There's a Yi-Ling right there. You know what? It's all right. We've got. Oh, dang it! I don't want to bring you to my zip line. Level 25. $15, $25, and $60. So I think what we're going to do, actually, we're going to start taking that long neck out with us. Because I think it's about time to. Yeah. I think it's time that we start trying some harder stuff and bringing that long neck with us to take out some baddies from afar, especially since it's ascendant. And again, I mean, I haven't used a long neck in quite some time now. There was not a single shot fired from a long neck on the center. And I will be working on that center video to get it out to you guys. It's a whole lot of content that I'm trying to pare down into a short video. You have to remember, I mean, we only had, what, 5 or 6 episodes on the center before this, and it's a lot of content. I didn't have any videos put out for any of the caves that I ran, for taming pyramanes, for I don't know, there's a whole lot of stuff that no video came out for. I have the footage for it, and no video came out for it, and it's hard to go through all of that much content and try to pare down what you all might like and what I should be showing, that sort of thing. So bear with me. I'll get it out, I promise. And it'll be probably just a montage of taming boss creatures and doing the boss fight and something else as yet undetermined. So yeah, I hope that you all enjoyed today's video. I certainly enjoyed making it. It was a lot of fun. I love this map. I wish that we were able to figure out what's going on with the stuttering and the jitteriness and the lockups. I've tried, obviously, messing with the video settings, and I think that this is a decent happy medium. You know, stuff still looks pretty good, but it's obviously not as amazing as it is without having messed with the settings. But, you know, for the most part, stuff still looks almost as intended. This is better than, you know, turning off all shadow quality, making everything bright, and then turning off all ground clutter and not being able to see. Like, it's, you know, there's a lot of quote-unquote PvP settings that give you great frame rate, but they also take away, like, half of the graphics in the game. I think this is kind of a good happy medium where it's not really affecting too much of the intended graphics, but we are attempting to get decent frame rates. Attempting is the operative word. So I'll continue to work on that in the off time. But you guys tell me. If you liked the video, go ahead and click that like button. If you really enjoyed yourself, share the video and leave a comment down below. If you want to see more content like this, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. I'm Deadeye9. I hope you guys have a wonderful day, and I will see you all in the next video.